I hope your card. Oh, he made that for his mom for her birthday.
Yeah.
What was the other thing you said? A Mexican or?
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump.
It's upside down.
I
Yeah.
just say it's upside down. No, it's,
No.
Oh,
It does kind of look like Donald Trump, but I don't think your mom wants a picture of him.
Yeah, it's either Mexican or Donald Trump.
aren't I a lucky mom?
What an interesting transformer.
Why don't you make her Joe Biden instead?
A
Uh,
Mexican that converts into a racist white guy.
Was I the only one who didn't know that Dad's name wasn't Thomas?
Yeah, it
When
was
he
Tommy.
was born?
Yeah, so I was the only one.
Yeah, pretty much. But I only learned that a couple of years ago.
Either that or I had a
he-
horrible memory, which I thought was pretty
It's
good.
Tommy?
It was
Yeah.
originally.
Go ahead and tell the
That's
story.
What
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
tell the
tell the
story.
story.
They're sorry that your name was
No,
Tommy.
no.
Why?
Tell the story.
Oh, tell the story
What?
of your name.
My name? But which one? I was born Tommy Ralph Cannon.
Any
That's
name
on my
you
birth
gone by
certificate.
in your
Anna? I doubt it.
Butts.
Close enough.
Tommy Ralph Butts, yes. I've gotten so used to Cannon that it just
Yeah.
comes out there.
And where did the name Tommy come from?
Joan wanted to name me Tommy.
But Thomas came from his grandpa.
Oh, yes, but my dad's dad, his name was Thomas R. Butts, and his dad was Thomas R. Butts. And I think there might have been another one.
Hmm.
Now,
And-
if you go down to Harvard, and there's a small cemetery east of Highway 14. Yeah, they're buried there. My grandma and grandpa are buried there. So
Okay,
if you
so,
want to look.
so your grandpa's name was Thomas, right?
Yeah.
So did
Well,
you?
Joan was all of 3 years old now, so she thought that Tommy was a better name.
I guess.
Because
I
she
don't
was
know.
a little girl.
Yeah, well,
So to her, Tommy was a good name.
If that happened with Morgan, Kristen was in charge. Her name would have been Bud.
well, at that time, they were still both alive, Thomas and his wife Bertie. So I imagine Joan was around them and heard somebody in the family call him Tommy. I would imagine that. I never thought of it but that's probably where she heard Tommy and thought that would fit for me, I guess.
So was that first grade when you wanted it changed, or?
No, I was in high school. Sophomore, I was tired of being Tommy. When I told Mom and Dad that I was going to start calling myself Tom.
Thomas.
I said Tom. And so they said, okay. So they went, I didn't know they were going to do it, but then they sent in and had my birth certificate changed to Thomas.
Oh, well, that was good.
Yeah.
And then somebody didn't like the last name of Butts, so then we had to change that too.
That was literally everyone.
Yeah.
Who insisted on it, though? If you don't, I'm going to do it anyway. Who did that?
I think that was Thomas C. Butts who said,
Yeah.
when Tom said he was going to change it, because Rick and Jerry already had,
Right. And then it turns
did
out,
it as a family.
that I teach at a school where they all call me my first name anyway. So as it turns out, I still would have frickin' did it.
Well, there are a few people that call me Tommy. Archie Long, he always called me Tommy.
Well, he knew you as
Well,
Tom.
and I kind of liked it actually. Susan Reed, who I met at Figgy's, she called me Tommy all the time, and it's one of the
Yeah.
few people that did.
So I didn't know that though, that you were like in 7th grade and calling roll call and Tommy Butts, you'd say, I'm here.
No, think I was a sophomore when I decided that that was time to change. Things changed, you know. I mean,
Right.
back in the day, in school, they never bothered butts at all. There
Well,
wasn't
because
a
it was common in that area.
things- no, it wasn't.
It was. There
But
was other buses.
But people have gotten coarse, even
Mm.
coarser over the last 4 years. I mean, it's things are said in public that nobody would have said in polite society back when I was growing up.
Well, really, Mark got probably bullied the most of any of you guys, didn't he?
No, well, it depends. We all got bullied.
If it weren't for Jill Jacobs, I'd have been all right.
Yeah. So that's that girl that threw your hat over into the
The
ditch or into the road and then
Across the road, and then went and told the teacher, Tommy went and got across the road.
Then he got in trouble.
The
she-
teacher didn't say, well, why did he go?
you
Just,
know,
okay, punishment.
and
I got
she's the
punished
who
one
was-
time too
What's
at
that?
school. I got punished one time at school. This kid went in to the teacher and said, I think, God damn it, but it was a swear word anyway, which at that time it was like 2nd or 3rd grade. I didn't even know the word. And she washed my mouth out with soap in front of the whole class. And
Mhm.
my brother Leo went up there and he gave her she didn't do it to anybody again. And he said, she doesn't even know that damn word.
I got to wash your mouth out.
How old was Leo? So then how old was Leo?
Well, if I was 3rd grade, he was probably 10 years older than I am. So I think he was out of school though. But I'm not positive. Otherwise he was in high school, but I'm thinking he was even out of school.
Hmm.
So it might have been a 4th or 5th grade. But anyway, he went up and he gave her a mouthful too. You don't do that to a kid in front of the whole class. And when you're not out there, you don't know if she said that word or not. And I don't even think she knows that word.
Hmm. But she never said anything to you like, I shouldn't have done that.
Oh, no, I don't think so. I would probably remember that. But
Hmm.
of course, I was kind of tough then as I am now. So
Hmm.
it didn't bother me any too much.
Maybe she knew eventually you would use words like that. So Uncle Al's the oldest,
Yeah.
and then Uncle Dick,
No. Leo,
Leo. Okay.
then Marie,
Leo, then Marie, then
then Jim,
okay,
and then Dick,
okay,
then me,
and then Annie.
Annie.
Oh, yeah.
and then Annie. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Dick and I are just like a year apart, kind of like Steve and Mark.
Irish twins.
Mhm. But, yeah, that's how we go.
So then,
What about Tom's people? His brothers and sisters, how does that go?
I don't know.
You-
Joan, and then Tom,
Jerry,
Elaine.
Elaine.
forgot
Elaine and
first,
Jerry and Ricky.
and then
Dan.
Dan last.
Wait, now I have a question. Were any of the kids alive when your parents moved up to Wisconsin from Kentucky, or did they move and then they got married
Oh.
In a two-door Model T.
Yeah, I think I know my mom's mom and dad were, at least her dad for sure, because I met him. I don't remember meeting grandma, but I might have. I mean, I might have been younger yet. And dad's parents, I don't know. But remember, he's probably one of the oldest in his family. So they probably were still alive too, because
And they had
they had like 12 kids, 12, 13 kids, 13 kids, I think. So they
So-
must have still been alive.
So your grandparents moved up from Kentucky, right?
No, just mom and dad moved up from Kentucky. But Uncle Dick and Aunt Mary were already up here. And jobs were so scarce and stuff because of the war and that. So then mom and dad moved up. And then Aunt Rena and Uncle Fred moved up.
And
And nobody else came.
it was Mabel and Aunt Mary that were related, right? Not Dick wasn't.
No, yeah, Aunt Mary and mom were sisters, and Aunt Rena was her sister.
Yeah, so the Haberlins moved up with family up on the wife's side.
So those are Canons, Canon, like Aunt Irene, or
No, because they were women and they married men, so they had their last name, Alexander and Flex.
okay, Flex, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, that's be how it is.
Uncle Fred was a different kind of person. He wasn't really big. First time I met them, we stopped to their house for when we were out together before we were married. We'd visit relatives, and we stopped at Aunt Mary's. I mean Aunt Rene's house, and we were sitting around the kitchen table. And he got up early working at a gravel pit, and so it was 9:30 or so at night. I think 9:30, 9:45, something like that. And he comes out in his underwear, "What the hell is going on here?" Bellering like that. And I thought, holy cats, what did I get into here?
But his bark was worse than his bite.
So
Right.
Uncle Fred then was Irene's husband?
Yeah,
Uncle Fred.
but he was something. He was a character and a half. Most of us little kids were scared to death of him, and then as we got older, we're like, oh wait, he just barks like that. He doesn't really mean it, because then he'd be really nice to you, so. But,
Wasn't that kind of true of your dad, Mom? He was a bit gruff, but actually.
oh, was that way too.
Mm.
Him and Uncle Fred could have been twins.
He loved Tommy Tito's, though.
Oh God, he loved Tommy, that's for sure. That's
What's
what he
not to
called
love?
him, Tommy. Well, that's true. What's not to love? But he couldn't love you, Julie, you and Danny, because he wasn't here anymore.
What year did your dad pass, Mom?
Oh geez. No, I think 70. I think 70.
Well, Steve
Right,
was
was
just a little tight.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was 71. 60.
Well-
No, he was 69 years old, and he was born in 1900, so he must have been in 69. And then Mom died in 73.
Okay.
I think that's what it was.
So Grandma, yeah. Oh, yeah, because, Grandma passed away after we moved up here. I mean, yeah. We moved in
Yeah.
72.
Yeah.
We said 73. April of 73,
Yeah, so
Mm.
Mom, well, she died at Easter time, so on Good Friday. Lord only takes the very, very best on Good Friday.
she was a nice woman.
Maybe she
If-
died in 72.
If we had a disagreement, she'd take my side. That's honest truth. That's honest truth.
Mm.
She would.
Well,
So
we
she-
never
yeah.
fought.
Oh, yeah. Well, not much, but still.
That might actually be my earliest memory, I think, unless I'm making it up. But I think I remember, and I think we were probably in Leo and Carol's house, and Grandma giving me $1 and said split it with Mike. So I ripped it in half.
No, I like the story where one of the Butts men was drunk and got hit by a train in Harvard, Illinois. Killed him. Everybody drank then, you know. I mean,
Right.
just because we never drank a lot doesn't mean others didn't.
Yeah, your
actually,
dad-
You
Your
were
dad enjoyed the drink, didn't he?
who Grandpa drank?
Yeah.
Mom?
Yes.
No.
Grandpa didn't?
No, but your dad.
Yeah. Dad had a bottle hid in the barn. Yeah. If you hide a bottle, you're bad alcoholic. Yeah.
What if you hide a box of Little Debbie's?
Then you have other addictions.
Then you have an eating disorder.
I have a box of little. but it also means you have 5 kids that will eat them if you don't hide them.
Thing is,
Yeah.
we always figured it out and we'd go looking at his hiding spots. Did you realize that, Dad?
What's that?
That we figured out that you would hide boxes of Little Debbie's around. We go looking for them. Like down in the farmhouse and down in the basement up above the heating duct, there'd be like a box of Little Debbie's.
Really?
Yeah, there's a few different places you would hide them.
Same
I
spot
don't
that
remember that.
Grandpa would hide his liquor bottles.
I think you're making that all up.
I don't think so. Is my audio better now?
Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I think the system changed my speakers and my mic.
Hmm.
I don't know how the hell it did it, but
Yeah. So then your grandpa was Tom Ralph Buds. And they used to go visit him, right? Did they live by a lake? I can't remember.
no.
That was Craig, over by Delavan Lake, but by Delavan Lake and the Delmar Division by Delavan
was-
Lake.
Grandma's mom and dad.
Oh,
My mother's mom and dad. Yeah.
which one owned that little house that you painted?
Oh, Mom was born in that house.
That was great. That was grandma, her mom and dad.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
your dad's mom, grandpa's mom and dad lived down the road in that house that burned down eventually.
Out by where grandma grew up?
No, where we grew up, where you guys, you 3 were born.
oh, so so we had the farm, and then there was down the road there was a property.
Yeah,
with a
didn't-
barn. Oh,
Back it up a little.
that's perfect.
Yeah. That's good thing I took the photograph because they tore that house down.
Yes, but then Bertie and Grandpa lived down the road though, and where those people ran over our pigs lived.
Oh, no.
I thought they lived
They,
there.
the other place, they lived up, that was where that's not where the Shermans lived.
Well, where's the other place? That's the only other place I know
Well,
of.
there was a little house north of there. Just on this other side, on the same side of the road at the fence line of the other place property.
I never ever saw it.
The Markles lived there. You never noticed their little cabin. Two elderly sisters. When they left, the Shermans bought it.
That's
And
the house I mean. That's where Grandma and Grandpa lived.
no, The Travises lived at the other place, remember? With the
Well,
goats.
yes, I know that, but
Well,
I thought that's where Grandma and Grandpa lived before
they
they
did,
died.
yes, but not the Shermans. Anyway, the Shermans one spring were cleaning the house. And you know, they had all the furniture outside and everything, and it caught fire.
That was Travis's.
No,
Mm.
no, that was
It was Nathan.
Markle's. That was convenient, wasn't it?
Very.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, why would they burn it down?
So they could collect the insurance and build something better.
Oh. But so you're saying that Grandpa's parents lived down the road, so then he bought that farm when his parents were there?
Well, it was rented. It belonged to Charlie Shager, who owned the hardware in Sharon. There was a Shager farm for years and years and years. And yeah, at the end of their life, Grandma and Grandpa Butts lived up the road. I still remember when Grandpa died of a heart attack. We had been to the movies and saw a Roy Rogers movie, and I remember when we got home, Dad was on the telephone. I remember standing in the kitchen doorway with him being on the phone. I didn't know what was going on, but he was upset, so that's probably what I was picking up on and remembered that he was upset because his dad just died. So
Well, who owned our farm?
I was like 5 years old or something like that.
Who owned the farm that your mom and dad had?
It was homestead. There was a homestead farm, and Louis Knob, they homesteaded the home place and bought the other land around him. So
Well, who'd your mom and dad buy the farm from?
Louis Knob.
Oh,
So he homesteaded it, and then that means he developed it, and
Yeah.
then they bought it.
And then Mom and Dad bought it. Yeah.
So when they bought it, did it come with the other
Farm?
place?
No.
Yeah,
The dad bought it after. Well, I remember Grandma and Grandpa's auction too, because I remember Grandma walking around with her eyes blinking, because she probably was trying to keep from crying
right.
at the auction. But so being like, say, 5 years old, I remember that part of it. And they bought the farm from the Shagers after